This movie into two murder cases investigated by honest and straightforward police officer named C. Anand and his team. His first case involves the disappearance of a Christian girl, Lovely Mathan. Anand is listening to the complaint of two people who come to his station. Mathan and his cousin Kandethum also come saying that his 18-year-old girl Lovely is missing. Lovely is Mathan's second daughter who has three girls. She is studying first year BA in government college. The father said very distressed that his daughter, who had gone to collect the hall ticket yesterday morning, did not return. After buying the hall ticket, I waited till the evening thinking that she would have gone to the combine study with her friends. After 7 p.m., when she was still missing even after dusk, they went out to look for her and Korit, a ward member and relative, was also with him. When I asked her friends, they only met her in college. At night they thought that she might fall in love with someone else, and they thought that in the morning they would go to the college to search for her and find her and bring her back home. Morning when they reached the Mandiram station bus stop in the morning to go to the college to look for her, they got to know something from Kunjappi Chetan, who runs the small shop. He was told to Lovely that tell Mathan to come and pick it up banana seedling in the evening. That's when Mathan came to know. So we can see that the two young men are following Lovely on her way home. Anand arrives there and asks Kunjappi. Kunjappi says that they are students studying Homeo College. They often come here to smoke and drink lemon water. Hearing this, the ward member says that there have been many complaints against the boys in the name of harassing women. They live in a rented house nearby. So everything from Lovely getting off the bus is seen in Anand's mind. They all walk through the same path that Lovely went. When they reach the front of their house, the boys may have harassed Lovely. They may have forced her to come home. All this is seen in Anand's mind. They all go to the house where they live in rent. Seeing the police, they all started running there in fear. They all stop and question. Kunjappi shows the two boys who followed Lovely from behind. Anand explains that this could be what happened there after taking those boys to the station. You followed Lovely who got off the bus. You harassed her. When you reached the front of the rented house, you called her home. When she did not want to come, you forced her and tried to take her away. You can tell what happened after that. But as soon as the boys heard this, they say that it is true that they harassed her and called her home. But they did not try to take her away forcefully. But by then, a man named Baby, who sells fish there, came. When he saw Lovely, he told that he went home and gave her favorite fish. When they saw him, Lovely went home and the boys went home. To know if what they said was true, he went to Mathan and asked him which fish is Lovely's favorite. He says it. From that, what the boys said is almost correct. Not only that, to know if this is true, he asks the fisherman named Baby to take the police station. Anand tells the constable that this is not just a missing case now, because Lovely has returned home. Lovely must have missed the bus stop on the way home. So all this information should be known to superior officers. Anand says that he can call CI Simon Sir himself and find out. Anand comes to Lovely's house and investigates everything there. From his interrogation, Anand realizes that she is a big believer in God. She wanted to join the mutt when she was young. But she did not go because Mathan did not let her go. Anand investigates everything there. When Lovely's sisters and mother were asked, Lovely did not have any special friends in the house nearby. All her friends were her sisters. Lovely's older sister Blaise is studying nursing in Bangalore, so she comes home only sometimes. Lovely spent most of her time with her youngest sister. That youngest child says that Thomas' father was very important to her in the ashram. She used to go there from time to time. When she got the hall ticket, she said she should go and pray. Anand is the only one asking about that ashram. There is an ashram called Bethani where the sannyasi fathers stay. In the beginning, there were 2 or 3 fathers. But now there is only one father there. His name is Thomas. But when Anand tells Udup to go and investigate there, Udup says that it will be a problem. Because when people go to the ashram and investigate, they will create problems. Thomas' father is the one who is against this mutt. So if 2 groups get together, there may be big problems here. But Anand does not care about that. Anyway, he decides to go to the ashram and talk to Thomas' father. Some people who were there heard this. By the time Anand reached the gate of the ashram, the people there had come to the issue. Anyway, the police were not allowed to enter the ashram. By then, the other policemen and the CI came there. He comes and argues with Anand. CI says that the Anand does not hear anything. By then, meanwhile, Constable Hassan comes and says that a body has been found in a sack from a pond in a nearby field. When the police took it out, it was Lovely's body. The CI is beating the children of the Homeo College. He believes that they did it. But by then Anand says that the fishermen baby who say that these kids are telling the truth. The fishermen have seen Lovely passing through their rented house. But that does not matter. When that is over, the CI asks if they can go and catch Lovely if they want. Based on the sensational nature of this case, he tells Anand that it is DWSP Alexer who is going to investigate this case. In the meantime, Anand goes to that place itself and inquires. Not only did he find the nest of Lovely, another jackal was also there. Next, the YSP Alex comes to take charge of this case. In this case, both of them did not like anything that Anand showed. The YSP Alex tells the CI that someone should be brought forward as the culprit before Lovely's funeral. Because if the case is closed, the people of the assembly will start protesting against the police. In the name of that, if Thomas Achan, who is in the opposite side, is called to question, the people of that assembly will also get down. If such a problem arises between the 2 assemblies, this country will burn. Therefore, a culprit should be found on both sides. Can these boys be left alone? Because one of these boys is the son of someone I need. The government has handed over this case to the 2 Nazarenes because this problem persists. Therefore, it was their duty to catch someone in that case and make him a culprit. When Alex came out, Anand stopped him and told him all his findings. There is a distance of 500 meters between the house of those boys and the place where the body of that girl was found. Therefore, it is not possible to take that body there without anyone's knowledge. Not only that, if the body is to be hidden from them, there is another pond only 200 meters near their house. It was to be put there. Not only that, the body found from the pond that is associated with the Badani ashramam, it is also possible that something heavy was dragged on the property. Therefore, it is said that if Thomas Achan is questioned at the nest as soon as possible, more information will be obtained. However, Alex says that he can keep all his findings in his hands and that he should not get involved in this case. Alex is made to argue with him. Then, in Alex's control, they go to the dog squad and conduct all the investigations. There, the dog wearing a dress of Lovely was near the Kunjapi shop from the beginning. It was going straight from there on the way to the house of those boys. It was going straight from there for a while, and it was in front of the Bhadini ashram. The dog was looking there itself for a long time. After that, it was going to his neighbor's house. He was also a victim of a lot of criminal cases before. But after marriage, he was able to live without any problems. The dog going straight from that house was going to the property below the ashram that Anand had mentioned earlier. They didn't get anything special from there. However, Anand says that the body was kept in this place because there are hints that carry something heavy through this. But Alex doesn't mind it at all and tells Anand to go to the station because he has a station duty. Alex, who arrived at the station after the investigation, was inspecting all the things with that dead body. There was also a lungi in which the dead body was tied. When Anand came there, Alexer took a register in his hand and gave it to him. Bhadini Ashram's Thomas Achan, who wanted to question Anand, was not there on the day he was not seen in Lovely. He went to the council meeting held in Kottayam. He was there from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. That register is proof of that. Alex tells Anand to end his doubts on Thomas' father. Then Alex tells to Anand bring all the people who give milk, paper and fish near the house of Lovely. When he asks them, he asks if they remember seeing the lungi in his hand around any house. The fisherman baby says that he is familiar with this. On the day of Lovely's disappearance, on the way with the fish, he asked the Sahadevan if he wanted fish. At that time, baby had seen Sahadevan washing this lungi somewhere. Yesterday, Sahadevan said that his wife and son had gone to their relatives' house and would return tomorrow, so he did not want fish. That is how he saw Lovely on the way. So they immediately went to Sahadevan's house and asked him to bring a lungi like this. Sahadevan says that he had washed it yesterday and did not see it now. The police did not listen to anything and beat him up and arrested him and left.
Sahadevan was taken to the police station for a criminal charge of murdering Lovely. Anand was aware of all this. Anand was looking helplessly at all this. After that, the Lovely's funeral was shown. Anand was also part of it. That night, Anand comes to see someone inside Matan. Matan still did not believe that it was Sahadevan who killed his daughter. Matan says that he can never do anything like this to my daughter and me. But Anand asks that we do not know when each person's mind changes. Anand says that it is true. But there was one thing that he did not understand. That's why he brought someone with him. He is a driver in Kottayam transport bus. Under the name Siraj. He had seen Lovely on the way when he left for duty at 1 p.m. He saw Lovely going through the gate of the ashram. He was also asking her questions. On his way. So they realized that Lovely had gone inside the ashram. Matan says that my daughter should be caught by the person who killed her and not by anyone else. After they left, Anand says to teammate Seni that the real culprit of this case should be punished. He says that he is going to investigate unofficially for that. Seni also says that whatever happens, I will be with Sir. So Anand was going straight to Prabala Chandran, who ran the post-mortem of Lovely. In the post-mortem, Lovely's body had the scars of being abused. There were also some small bruises on her body.
So from the place where Lovely died, we should get the tissues or hairs of her skin. We should know if we got anything like that. For that, they are calling a woman from the forensic team who conducted the investigation. The police said that the house where Lovely died was Sahdevan's house. They didn't get any fingerprints or skin tissues from there. All they got were some broken bangles. So they say that Sahdevan's house is not where Lovely died. Anand was sure that Lovely died in Bhadini ashram itself. So if you want to confirm that, you should go inside the ashram and investigate. Anand is finding a way to do that. That day when it was raining and thundering, the robber who broke the door and entered stole many things from there. But in the meantime, Thomas Achan, who was there, woke up hearing a sound of something falling. When he came running, the robber left the place. The whole story is broken. In the next morning, Thomas Achan was correcting the story by calling some people. At the same time, Anand came there with the forensic team and caught the robber. There was a robbery in some houses near this ashram on the previous night. He is the robber who committed the robbery. Last night, he was caught in the middle of the night patrolling. The robber is keeping all the things he stole from there. Thomas Achan says that his father was not at all concerned. Thomas Achan says that he did not complain when he got the thing. But Anand says that he will have to take a case when he confesses the crime. So he says that he should go inside and collect the evidence. Thomas Achan could not say anything against it. So Anand went inside with the forensic team and conducted an investigation. He was searching for fingerprints that belonged to Lovely. At that time, some people came and asked why the police entered the ashram. But the driver said that this is a different case and that the robber entered the ashram. The officer got the fingerprints, skin tissues, broken nails and hair loss. From there, they got a hair loss from their bedroom. When they were sure that they got everything they wanted, Anand went back from there. Then Anand showed the report to Rajagopal, his trusted superior officer. Anand knew that what he did was wrong. He should not have gone behind this case unofficially. But he wanted to see his superior all the findings he found. That night, superior was reading it. All the investigations they conducted from the beginning were in it. According to Lovely's family, the people who went to the ashram, the people around, and the male officer who stopped him from that case were all in it. Finally, they made Sahdev a culprit and took him away. Now let's come to the main part. Actually, the culprit was not Sahdev. As the samples from the ashram were examined, they realized that Lovely's death was in that ashram. They got Lovely's fingerprints, skin tissues, and hair loss from there. But they got some bigger evidence than that from there. That's what shows Anand. The evidence that helped to find the culprit the most, we will not show it now. Next scene. Anand's gang goes and takes Thomas from there. While asking Thomas, all the male officers had come there. Rajagopal tells the male officer that the culprit is guilty. When he went inside, he saw Thomas with his head up. But he also went to another room with the police. The real culprit is sitting there. The biggest twist is when he went inside. There was no one else there. Lovely's elder sister was Blaise. They have secretly taken Blaise in custody from Bangalore Nursing College in the morning itself. Anand explains that this is the way they reached Blaise. They got two common hair samples from the ashram where Lovely was killed and from the hillside property where they had kept the body until it reached the well. One of them was male and the other was female. When we say female, it was not Lovely's. They got Lovely's hair samples from inside the ashram. But the hair samples of the male and female from the ashram and the hillside were not the same. The female's hair was colored. I have only seen one woman with colored hair in this area. That was Lovely's sister, Blaise. To confirm that, they did a search in Mathan's house. They took Blaise's hair samples. When they matched, both the hair samples were the same. They explained how the murder took place. On the morning of Lovely's death, Thomas, who was going to the council meeting, had an unexpected guest on the first night. It was Daniel, the son of Elizabeth, Thomas' sister. Daniel, who was a student at law college. He came there because he was not in class for 2 days. The next morning, his father went there to participate in the council meeting. Daniel and Lovely's sister Blaise were in a relationship. Daniel came there to see Blaise, saying that he was not in class. After spending a lot of time together, they decided to leave from there. When Blaise went out and opened the door, he saw Lovely in front of him. Lovely tells them that they have known each other for a long time and came here to confirm it. Even though Blaise told her not to go home and make her sad, Lovely was ready to go home without hearing it. At that time, they heard a car coming there. As Lovely started running ahead, they grabbed her from behind and took her inside the house. Daniel came inside and held her mouth shut, looking at who had come before. Blaise stood there. It was the postman. He had been standing there for a long time because he had not seen Father Thomas. Daniel was holding Lovely mouth shut while trying to resist. In the middle of that argument, he was holding her mouth and nose together. Because of that, she died without breathing. When Blaise came to confirm that the postman had left, he saw Lovely lying dead. Daniel was scared. If it was an accident, it would have happened. If anyone had to see it, that body would have been removed from here. So they decided to wait until nightfall. So far, that body has been hidden in the kitchen itself. Blaise went straight home to avoid any doubts at home. When her father told her that Lovely had not come back from lunch, Lacey was there. With a great fear in her mind. She was crying alone in her room until evening. At that time, she was hearing her father's voice from the other side. Her father went out to see if Lovely had come back by evening. When nightfall began, she was going straight to the orphanage. On the way, she was taking the washing cloth. Lungi that was in front of the Sahdevan's house. After joining Blaise and Daniel at the orphanage, Lovely's dead body was found after getting into that cloth. Then she took all her belongings and left with that dead body. With great difficulty, without anyone seeing her, they brought that dead body to the hillside property. After telling her not to stay here anymore, Daniel told Lacey to go home from there. They kept that dead body there for a long time before the dead body was brought to the orphanage. By the time Thomas' father came back that Daniel had already left. From there, without telling anyone, he left from there quickly. When the news of Lovely's death was spread, Thomas' father himself had some doubts. He asked him, but he did not agree to anything about it. Realizing that he was the culprit, they went to Ernakulam and arrested Daniel. That night, Daniel was kept at the station all night. The next morning, he had to be brought to the court. Anand was guarding him without sleeping. Daniel was walking around in that cell, thinking about something. He did not eat even after giving him food. By the time he was brought to the court the next morning, Anand got a call. It was Rajagopal. In front of the court, all the people in the media were standing with great protest. The police officer said, "Don't mind that protest at all. Your attention should be on Daniel." So they took Daniel to the court between the protesters. Anand had a piece of the dagger in his hand. But as the steps went up, Anand was pushed aside and Daniel jumped out of there. Anand could not catch Daniel through the protesters. He ran down the road along with the police. He ran for a long time and reached a railway cross. He got into the railway cross that was closed by the train and took his place in the railway bridge. By the time Anand went to catch him, he was dead by the train. We can imagine what happened next. In such a sensational case, Daniel died in front of the police. Anand, Hassan, Sena and Submaran, who were on duty at that time, were suspended by the police. The people of Kerala were very much against Anand. Not only the suspension, the police were also asked to conduct an investigation on Daniel's death. Anand had come to see Rajagopal. Rajagopal withdrew the suspension of 4 people, including Anand. After that, he had a big reason. He took a file to Anand's hand. It was a file of the Sridevi murder case. It was a case that no one, including the crime branch and DYSP, could find. Before closing that case, Anand and his team were given a chance. 6 years ago, a girl died in Kottayam, Chiruvalli. If necessary, Anand and his team can go there and conduct a small investigation and prepare a closure report on the death. If they can find any evidence that no one has found, it will become history. Due to the issue of Lovely case, no one can give them a station duty. Not only that, no one can arrest him. If they find the culprit, they can call me immediately. If they can prove that case, They will get a lot of credit for changing the image of the Anand and team. So, Anand team went out to investigate Sri Devi's case. Watch the second video to know the rest of the story. If you like the explanation, don't forget to like and comment the video.